welcome back to my channel. It is Morbid here with another video. So for today we're going to be doing a Halloween tutorial. It is actually my first tutorial of 2017. So I'm going to be doing Regan from The Exorcist. She is literally one of my classic faves. She is so cute, and that movie used to scare me so much as a kid, but now I just really love her, and I'm going to be doing my own take on her. So there are many YouTube videos for Regan and tutorials and makeup looks, but I wanted to do a more budget friendly type of Regan. You know, if you're really low on budget, I do believe that this is gonna be probably the cheapest way to do The Exorcist and still look pretty cool if I do say so myself. So let's get started on this makeup tutorial because I am ready to go. First thing we're gonna do is prime this beautiful blank canvas so that our makeup stays on a lot longer. I am using e.l.f.'s hydrating primer because my skin is very dry, and it's the only primer that I know of this far that has helped my skin. While making this video, I did struggle between choosing the foundation to use, and that was between Rihanna's new Fenty foundation and the Dermaco foundation. So I did try out the Fenty one because it is newer, it is, you know, Rihanna's awesome Fenty beauty line, and I just wanted to give it a whirl, but I found out pretty quickly that the foundation is just too dark and is just not going to work for the kind of look that I wanted. So I ended up going to Dermaco because it is a lot lighter than my actual skin tone, so it works so well, and I was like, not today Fenty, not today. Dermaco is gonna have to do. When you're working on your makeup, you don't want to go a shade lighter, but for this look it's definitely a must. And don't forget to put the foundation on your lips also. You want that nice pale lippy look. Because I don't have a lighter shade of powder, I am just going to be setting this foundation with my e.l.f. translucent powder just to give it that matte finish. So next we're going to be working on our eye makeup look. So I did intend on using a different color, but I didn't notice that my brush actually had black on it, my bad, but it ended up working out fine. So I dabbed on some black, not knowing, but mixed it with a reddish brown color, but it brought together this like bruised up eye look that I feel works pretty well with the costume and what we're going for. Now I'm just trying to blend that out the best to my non-makeup abilities. And then for the bottom of my eyes, I'm taking this like reddish orangey color. I think it really just ties in the eye look. It makes it look a little bit more distressed, a little more, I don't know, like we haven't slept in a couple days and been possessed by a demon kind of thing. So I really liked it. And then taking that same reddish orangey color, I'm putting a little bit into the crease of my eyes. Now Regan doesn't actually have eyebrows. I mean, she does in the beginning of the movie, and then after she gets possessed, the demon just, you know, just shaves those things off. They just fall right off. But for the sake of this tutorial, we're not gonna like block them out. I feel like that's too much work. Ain't nobody got time for that. If you really want to hide them a bit more, what you could do is add more foundation on top of your eyebrows and like make it blend a little more. That would hide the fact that you have eyebrows, but I'm just gonna keep it like this. My next step is to take this old e.l.f. palette for blush, I think it is. It has this nice red that I like, but I'm just going to be marking the places where I'm going to be putting on the slashes or like the gashes, I don't know what you want to call it, that Regan has on her face. I think it's like the creepiest part about her probably is those gashes that really just make her look weird. But I'm just going to be marking that, and we're going to go in and just define them a little bit more. When doing this, you always want to use reference pictures, so go ahead, just stare at her creepy face, find a picture online, just stare at her. Stare. Now, before we go in and define those gashes, like I said, we're going to contour the face a bit and make it look a little bit more sunken in. Having a demon inside you will do that to a person, you know? Kind of sucks the life right out of you. So to achieve that, I'm going to be using Kat Von D's Shade and Contour Palette. Now we're going to highlight our gashes to make them stand out a bit more, and I'm going to be using a concealer. It is a light shade. Any kind of light shade of concealer will work, so long as you can get that fine line, and you'll see what I'm talking about, because we're going to be tracing our red lines to make them stand out a bit more, maybe give them a bit of dimension. This is what I was talking about when it's more budget friendly. We're not using any latex or FX products, we're not taking cotton or anything like that. We're just simply laying down these lines and making it look as though we have the gashes that Regan has on her face, but just in a cheaper version. So really quickly, I am just going back in with that same e.l.f. red blush color that I used before and reapplying some more red so it stands out a little more. I wasn't quite content with the way that it looked a little bit dull, so I went back in. Now I'm doing my happy dance. Yup, that's it. I am so happy right now, you guys, because I just remembered and I realized that I had purchased some blood, some fake blood from the 99-cent store. It's so cheap, but I forgot, and now I'm gonna go ahead and apply it onto the red that I already have on my face and for the lines to make it look a little bit more red, a little bit more oomph, you know. Okay, so this is the last time we're going back into the cuts. So I'm taking a black eyeshadow, and just like how we did with the concealer, I'm taking the black and adding it into the red just so it could add a bit more depth to the cuts. Now it's contacts time. So I went ahead and picked these up from downtown Los Angeles in the Santee Alley type of areas. You know, if you live in Los Angeles, you know what I'm talking about, but you can probably find some of these online. This is like the key element for this costume. Like, it brings it together. It is those creepy eyes. Regan just stares into your soul with these. So for sure, I think you definitely need these contacts. I got mine for very cheap from downtown, like I mentioned already, and I'm pretty sure you can find some cheap ones online too.
For the nose and all these pieces, just make sure to cut really sharp, really deep, and just mark out the shape that you can't really see.
Your contacts just don't mix. My work of art is so beautiful, I'm crying. Oh yeah, it's time to let our hair down and loose and free, because we are going to be applying our wig cap. Now for this wig, I did have this wig already. I did a wig review for it years ago, 2 years ago, a year ago, I'm not sure, but I will link it down below in this video. So if you guys really are interested for this costume to have this kind of wig with the bangs, you know, I will link it so you guys can go ahead and purchase it. I think it cost me between $10 to $15. It is not a great quality wig, but it'll do for this costume for sure. Last but not least, moo time. So I just love that word so much. But this sleeve gown I found on Amazon. I think it was like $15. I'm pretty sure it was not that expensive. It was a lot longer and I cut it up. So yeah, but I really like this sleeve gown. I think it kind of matches Regan's a little bit, but it's definitely the closest one that I found. So I will link that down below also for you guys. And there you go, there you have it. That is my take on Regan and a budget, easy, cheap, friendly way of going about it. There you guys have it. That is my take on Regan from The Exorcist, but on a budget, you guys, you know. you don't have a lot to spend, do it my way. I would love to see what you guys come up with, and if you do my take on it, you know, tag me on Instagram and all that cute fun stuff. I would love to see what you guys do for Regan the Exorcist if you decide to do it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give this video a like if you liked it, and leave a comment down below if you have any questions or concerned, whatever it may be, all that jazz. And I will see you guys in my next video. So bye, you guys.
Let's put some Beyonce on.